Thank you, Eliza. Welcome, everyone. Good morning. After weeks of rain, or what it felt like 40 days and 40 nights of rain is how it felt, we are here on a very bright, sunny Sunday morning. So glad to have you all. Hope everybody is safe and sound. I know that there are several of us who have been affected by the floods, including us. So yes, we'll be talking about that later, but the fellowship hall is off limits, just so everybody knows. We will be staying in this building because we did get 7 feet of water in the basement of the fellowship hall. So again, it's affected everybody, and our thoughts are with you if you have also been impacted. So, like I said, welcome to this gathering hosted by the Unitarian Universalist Church of Bowling Green. Whether you are here in person or online, we are so glad that you are joining us. My name is Gail, and I will be your service associate today. Please take a moment to set your cell phones to silent so that we can be fully present with one another today. This service is being live streamed. If this large room isn't comfortable for you, you can go to the Baloo Lounge, which is right down the hall across from the fire extinguisher at the entrance, and you can watch the service from there. We are a welcoming congregation, so whoever you are, however you identify, wherever you are from, and whoever you love, you are welcome here. For Unitarian Universalists, the flaming chalice is a symbol of the light of learning and the love of community. As our congregation's chalice is lit today, we invite you to light your own chalice at home. This morning, our chalice will be lit by Linda Fisher, who celebrated a birthday this week. Oh, did it go out? Of course it did. Here. Oh, and then she will be doing our opening reading.
Good morning. Take courage, friends. The way is often hard, the path is never clear, and the stakes are very high. Take courage, for deep down, there is another truth. You are not alone. Wayne B. Arneson.
Thank you, Linda. And now, please rise and body your spirit as we sing together Wade in the Water, which is hymn number 210 in the gray hymnal. Oh, I apologize. We skipped Rise Up, O Flame. It's not in my book. I apologize, everybody. Now that we have our chalice lit, please join with me in singing Rise Up, O Flame. Please rise and body your spirit as we sing together Wade in the Water, which is number 210 in the gray hymnal. Thank you all. Each week, we take a moment to read together some part of our Unitarian Universalist heritage. We invite you, as you are comfortable, to share in this affirmation by reading aloud our vision statement. Please read along together. We envision a welcoming congregation with abundant resources and diverse ministries, nourishing people in body, mind, and spirit within a garden that honors the earth. We envision our church as a wellspring of spiritual exploration, learning, and action, where all are inspired and empowered to connect with our wider community and to improve the world. All right. So for A Time for All Ages, I have a story for you today, but there are two very important parts that I need some interaction on. So whenever I say boom and raise this hand, I want everybody really loudly to say boom. All right, so I'm gonna practice, so boom. Boom. Great, oh my gosh, I'm so glad you all are here today. All right, then whenever I say the word sanctuary and raise this hand, you will very quietly say sanctuary. Let's try it. Sanctuary. Sanctuary. Beautiful. I love it. All right. So look out. I'm going to be conducting you. All right. So once upon a time, there was a little girl who was caught outside in a sudden rainstorm. She ran inside to the nearest store to wait out the rainstorm. As soon as she closed the door, a bright flash and a loud boom of thunder followed. The little girl knew that she would be stuck in that store for quite a while. She started to look around at some of the different items in the store when the shopkeeper appeared. "Young woman," said the shopkeeper, "can I help you with something?" The little girl pointed outside, too afraid to talk. "Ah," said the shopkeeper, "did you run in here to escape the rain?" The little girl nodded slowly as another loud boom of thunder shook the store. "Well, you can wait here if you'd like in my little sanctuary. We've got a..." I did warm up. You're all good. Anyway. "We've got a nice sturdy roof over our heads and it will keep you safe and dry." The little girl appreciated the offer, but she really needed to get back outside and continue on her way and find her family. The shopkeeper could tell the little girl was hesitating. "Or," continued the shopkeeper, "you could head back outside with this." The old shopkeeper went behind the counter and what do you think she pulled out? An umbrella. "Take this umbrella," said the shopkeeper. "I don't know why it's raining, but I do know that you can keep dry under this portable sanctuary." The little girl beamed, then stopped in her tracks. "But I don't have any money," said the little girl. The shopkeeper waved her off. "No worries, just be sure to offer the umbrella to someone else when they need it." The little girl accepted the umbrella, headed back outside, opened her umbrella, and went on her way. The little girl was happy and dry. She started skipping down the street when she saw a man wearing a suit trying to keep dry with a newspaper over his head. She heard another loud boom, and the newspaper began to fall apart under the heavy rain. She skipped over to the man in the suit and held the umbrella up as high as she could. "Thank you," said the man. Remembering the words from the shopkeeper, the little girl told the man, "I don't know why it's raining, but I do know that you can keep dry with me under this portable sanctuary." The man smiled in relief. He had been having a really bad day. See, he was wearing a suit because he was on his way to a job interview. He had been without work for a long, long time and was desperate. He had to walk to the interview because he couldn't afford a car. When it started to rain, he cursed his luck. He would show up to his really important job interview soaked, and he knew it would make a really bad first impression. The little girl spotted her family in the store across the street. "Here," said the little girl, "take the umbrella with you. I see my family right over there across the street." "Oh, I couldn't take your umbrella," said the man, feeling guilty. "No, take it. Just be sure to offer the umbrella to someone else when they need it." The little girl put the umbrella into his hands and then ran off to meet her family. The man couldn't believe how nice the little girl was. He knew he had to hurry, though, because it was almost time for his very important interview. Another boom of thunder caused him to start running. Well, I can tell you that the man got that job he was interviewing for, and soon enough he was able to afford to buy a few umbrellas of his own. Whenever it would rain, he would bring not only his umbrella that the little girl had given him, he would bring 2 more small umbrellas to give away to people who were stuck outside in the rain. And every time he gave away an umbrella, he would say, "I don't know why it's raining, but I do know that you can keep dry under this portable sanctuary." And soon everyone in their town had an umbrella that they would take with them. And if the townspeople passed by someone without an umbrella, they would give up their own umbrella and pass on the words, now known by the entire town and by us. Join with me. I don't know why it's raining, but I do know that you can keep dry under this portable sanctuary. And now we will sing the children off to their religious exploration. Join me in Go Now in Peace. We will now have a few moments for meditation, reflection, and prayer. The singing bowl will lead us into silence. After the silence, you're invited to join in the song Spirit of Life, which is hymn number 123 in the gray hymnal, and the words will be on the screen. Unitarian Universalists have a wide array of beliefs, and the speakers at our Sunday services come from many traditions. With us virtually today to share their own thoughts is Summer Albayati. Summer is a Unitarian Universalist Muslim of Iraqi descent who brings extensive experience in leadership development, strategic planning, multiculturalism, curriculum development and programming, outreach, organizational development, grant writing, interfaith dialogue, and conflict resolution and mediation. She has worked within indigenous communities and within communities of color to advocate for equity in education and to increase the number of students of color who enter into universities. She leads gifted and special education programs, develops youth leaders, and creates training and professional development for educators. Summer has been playing the Arabic drum professionally since the age of 12, and her current podcast, The Bayat Beat, is a commentary on society and culture with an emphasis on social justice. The podcast has a global audience. She has served on the board of Unitarian Universalist Mystics and Community, and she contributes to their quarterly newsletter and has written a chapter in the anthology Centering, Navigating Peace, Authenticity, and Power in Ministry, which is published by Skinner House. We now welcome her message, When the Storm Comes, We Move Together.
Aunt Seneva was the only adult around, and as the sky blackened and the wind grew stronger, she herded us all inside. Her house was not the biggest place around, and it seemed even smaller with so many children squeezed inside, small and surprisingly quiet. All of the shouting and laughter that had been going on earlier outside had stopped. The wind was howling now, and the house was starting to shake. We were scared. Even Aunt Seneva was scared. And then it got worse. Now the house was beginning to sway, the wood plank flooring beneath us began to bend, and then a corner of the room started lifting up. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. None of us could. This storm was actually pulling the house toward the sky, with us inside it. That was when Aunt Seneva told us to clasp hands, line up, and hold hands, she said. And we did as we were told. Then she had us walk as a group toward the corner of the room that was rising. From the kitchen to the front of the house, we walked, the wind screaming outside, sheets of rain beating on the tin roof. Then we walked back in the other direction as another end of the house began to lift. And so it went, back and forth, 15 children walking with the wind, holding that trembling house down with the weight of our small bodies. When the late civil rights activist and U.S. House of Representatives John Lewis was much older, he reflected on that time. More than half a century has passed since that day, and it has struck me more than once over those many years that our society is not unlike the children in that house, rocked again and again by the winds of one storm or another, the walls around us seeming at times as if they might fly apart. It seemed that way in the 1960s, at the height of the civil rights movement, when America itself felt as if it might burst at the seams. So much tension, so many storms. But the people of conscience never left the house. They never ran away. They stayed. They came together, and they did the best they could, clasping hands and moving toward the corner of the house that was the weakest. And then another corner would lift, and we would go there. And eventually, inevitably, the storm would settle and the house would still stand. But we knew another storm would come, and we would have to do it all over again. And we did. And we still do, all of us, you and I, children holding hands, walking with the wind. That story lifted up in our own Unitarian Universalist Association worship web is a perfect metaphor for what these past few weeks have felt like. They have felt like a storm in which we feel as if the house we have built is going to blow away. Some of us feel like we don't even have hands to grasp in order to move to one area of the home to help it remain in place. Others of us may cling to rituals that sustain us because that is what we can control in a world that feels out of control. Still, some of us may hold on to family, crying and praying in fear of what is to come. It's a chaotic time for so many of us. We may find so many scrambling in different directions, maybe even running for cover. But how do we stop it all and become like those children, holding hands and walking with the wind together? Within Islam, a storm is actually considered a blessing. Rain coming down from the heavens is said to be attributed to the divine mercy upon us. There's a story regarding the Prophet Muhammad who would go out into the rain to pray and thank God for the blessing that would allow food to grow and provide water to drink. One can imagine that in places where it rains so little, all rain, even a storm, would be welcome. But merciful rain provided something else. It provided hope. I'm aware that for many of us, storms are scary. They bring uncertainty and they fill us with fear. And we duck and cover instead of being grateful for the blessed mercy raining down upon us. And why would we be grateful when we are stuck in a life-threatening storm? How can we remain steady and move with all the changes and chaos, finding a new rhythm rather than running for cover and waiting it out? I remember one time visiting a museum in Tennessee and being stuck because of a rainstorm. I wanted so badly to just make a run for it, but everyone told us just to wait it out. Stay away from the trees, they said, for lightning could strike you. We did wait it out, but I wondered what new rhythm we could have found if we did jump into the chaos of the storm, not fearing it, but embracing it. What new courage could have developed from that experience? And now I wonder how we can overcome our fears and become even more courageous as we witness this current metaphorical storm within our nation. Oh, beloveds, we are in crisis once again. Our Unitarian Universalist values of justice and equity are being challenged within the walls of our capital. We witness laws being enacted against the most marginalized within our midst, and we are scared. I believe that with this particular storm, we will need to make a choice. Do we hold hands and move with it, move within it, finding ways to strengthen our communities, providing sanctuary for the most marginalized, all while challenging those who dismantle years of our work, building towards true equity and justice? Or do we run for cover and wait it out? Yes, this is the million-dollar question today. And surviving this storm will become one of the most important decisions of our lifetime. Because if the storm uplifts the houses we have built, the structures we have painstakingly worked towards building, to bend that arc towards justice a little more, to protect those who are most marginalized, then I fear humanity may not survive. Beloveds, the choices we make today are a matter of life and death, literally. We are witnessing on the national stage the criminalization of our trans and immigrant beloveds. ICE is storming homes in search of undocumented immigrants. Passports are being returned with the wrong gender. Thousands upon thousands are losing their jobs and funding because of dismantling models of diversity, equity, and inclusion. I wonder if it is like the story of the 3 little pigs. You remember the one. I will huff and puff and blow your house down. That is a threat of the big bad wolf or sly fox, depending on your version. Well, those little pigs had 3 types of homes: straw, sticks, and bricks. The straw and sticks were easily built. Those piggies wanted to have fun, so they built homes fast. Unfortunately, those homes could not withstand that storm. The pig with the brick home took a long time to build it. They worked so hard and for so long, making sure their structures were strong and could withstand any storm. Their decision was the right one. The storm did not blow it down. Some of us have been in many of these storms. Perhaps we marched in the 1960s and remember the times before the civil rights era. Some of us may have witnessed world wars and even participated in them. Some of us have been blessed with an education that taught us about such historical storms, and we have learned how to do the work together, to move together, to build together. Why? Because we always knew there would be storms. They keep coming, one after another, huffing and puffing, but we have known what to do to withstand them and emerge triumphant. So here we are in another storm. For some, this one seems different somehow. It feels as if what we built all these years was made of just straw and sticks. Some of us worry that we don't know what to do. But Lewis reminds us that we just hold on to one another and move together. Naomi Klein, author of The Shock Doctrine, while being interviewed by journalist Mehdi Hassan the other day, tells us that the intention is to shock and awe, so that we run scared and curl up in a ball and give up until it's all over. Instead, we have to remember that we have been here before. Indeed, we have, many times. The last time we experienced this shock and awe strategy, as Mehdi Hassan said, was during George W. Bush's administration, in which he pummeled the Iraqi people in 2003 with so many missiles that they would have to feel overwhelmed and overpowered and lie down in submission. As Klein reminds us, that isn't what happened. As an Iraqi American, I remember that time very well. It was devastating for those of us who could only watch the dehumanization of our Iraqi family members and friends who were stuck in a horror show. But as was proven over and over, the resilience of the Iraqi people means the temporary overwhelm eventually dissipated, as it must do with the rest of us. That is, history has proven that we will find the way if we hold on to one another and move together within the storm. Yes, that is what we must hold on to now. The overwhelm will eventually dissipate. You might be thinking, but so many of us are hurting. I agree. And we must take the time to grieve. We must do what we must to get ourselves ready to move within the storm. And once we are ready, let us be grateful for what we must do. We have a large task at hand to build the biggest brick house instead of straw and stick so that we will build, and what we build will withstand any new storm. Because there will always be another storm. Let it instead be a storm of mercy. Beloveds, our Unitarian Universalist values are life-saving, and we must use them to guide our way, because without these values living and breathing and moving within our world, I fear many of us will perish. Like the umbrellas given as temporary sanctuary to others in our Time for All Ages story, we must cover and protect those who need it with our life-saving values. So now the million-dollar question is simplified to this. What will you do to help beloved Unitarian Universalists who are affected by this storm? Will you run and hide? Or will you find a steady rhythm in this new storm, working on bringing our sacred values into it, to dismantle it from within? Will you provide a sanctuary to the marginalized? The choice is yours, beloveds. The hope is ours.
That hit on a lot of different levels, didn't it? All right. We welcome you to our invitation to membership. If you have questions about Unitarian Universalism or about joining this congregation, you can speak with a member of our membership team. Their name tags have an open book symbol, and if members can raise their hands, yeah, we've got Cindy here, we've got Sharon and Aileen in the back, yes. And then after today, in the library, we will have a getting to know you, where you can join a question and answer session with our membership team. And then also in June, we are looking forward to our new member ceremony. So I think that's going to be the first Sunday is what we're looking at. Second Sunday in June. So if you are a new member, you'll be getting more information on that, and we look forward to celebrating that. This congregation and the work we do is supported by the voluntary generosity of all who contribute. The offering is a sacrament of the free church. You may place your donation in the plate as it comes around to you, or on your way out, or use the QR codes on the screen and donate via our website or mail checks directly to our office. As we enjoy the music, the offering will be given and received in grateful appreciation of our shared hopes and values.
I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you. And I think to myself, What a wonderful world. I see skies of blue and clouds of white, the bright blessed day, the dark sacred night, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of people going by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. I hear babies crying, I watch them grow, they'll learn much more than I'll ever know, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Yes, I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
We thank you for these gifts. May we use them wisely in the service of our congregation and our community. For our community news, our congregation is an active one, and we do more than meet on Sundays. Today at UCBG, Earth Circle, which is a group for people with an interest in earth-centered spirituality, will be meeting in the Jose Ballou Lounge at 12:45. That's again that room right off the entrance over here. Everyone is welcome. Donations are being gratefully accepted for the Piano Fund. There's a tip bowl on the piano, and you can leave donations marked piano in the offering plates as you leave after the service. This week, on Wednesday, April 16th at 6:30 p.m., there is a free screening of the documentary film Join or Die. The film will be shown at the Capitol Theater, which is in downtown Bowling Green at 416 East Main Avenue. This documentary highlights a path out of the plaguing loneliness many Americans face today and offers the solution to join a club. After the screening, feel free to stay and speak with clubs from around Warren County. And also just, had this shared with me before the service. Deanie will be hosting a viewing of Jesus Christ Superstar here in the sanctuary this Friday. It'll be at 6 p.m., pizza available at 5:30. Sign up in the lobby if you're ready to watch Jesus Christ Superstar. And as always, you can find more community news by reading the weekly email updates and the monthly newsletter. Here at church, you can also look at the bulletin boards and the screen in the lobby, and our website and Facebook pages and Facebook groups are also always available online. All right, and now we begin with our final hymn, We Laugh, We Cry, which is hymn number 354, and we'll sing verses 1 through 4, and the words will be on the screen. And then Linda will be giving our final reading.
That was a beautiful hymn. A Community Well. This was inspired by We Need One Another by George Odell. Spirit of life, we need each other. We need one another to sit together in the dark when the electricity is out and the wind is howling. We need one another to wade through the water, and with nothing but an old canoe that will save as many lives as possible. We need one another to help tear down our old, moldy, rotten walls and begin to put up new ones in the house that our grandfather built. We need one another when the sky's clear, and yet we are still so filled with stories that if we don't tell them to someone else, we may hurt ourselves. We need one another to make us laugh on the first good day in a long while. We need one another so that when our little spring of hope dries up, there is a community well from which we can drink that will keep us going until the thirst is over, the worst is past, and able to survive even the rain comes again. Julia Hamilton.
We invite you to send feedback to the Sunday Services Committee. If you have any suggestions or comments, you can email the Sunday Services team at the email on the screen. There is also a blue suggestion box directly opposite that wall in the lobby, and you can put something in there. And then we also do have an online form via the QR code. Next week's service is On the Road to Anywhere But Here with Reverend Misha Sanders. Sorry, I thought I heard something. On the Road to Anywhere But Here with Reverend Misha Sanders. We invite you to be here with us on that Sunday morning. And then for our Sunday socializing, refreshments will be available in the lobby after the 11 a.m. service and not in the fellowship hall. Yes.
I just want to say we're doing our best to get in the swing of refreshments here in this sanctuary.
Yes. So as she said, please be, first of all, I want to give gratitude for our hospitality team. They are trying to be agile without a full kitchen and without the ability to get access to the fellowship hall. So yes, we appreciate all you can do with what we have. So thank you. Again, it's a community. All right, and now I believe we've missed a slide, but we are going to say goodbye to our online people. We thank you for being with us today, and sorry, yes, this is not the full script. It just says, hey, say goodbye. We miss you. We're glad that you were able to join online. We hope sometime you'll come in person so you can enjoy those refreshments and enjoy the laughter we have here today. So thank you all. Go in peace, go in service, go in love.